going crazy right now with NFT.
It is.
So NFT stands for non-fungible token.
Right on. Exactly.
And I can think of a few other acronym definitions, but I'm not going to do that on this show.
Right.
But I just I tried to explain it to other people, and they're just baffled why people would want this. But it's some very exciting stuff. You were reading in the news today about a big sale.
It is. I mean, that Beeple guy. I mean, it's crazy what he what he got for one. He sold one. What was it on the I think the 11th? $69 million. Let me show you what it looks like. I'm going to share my screen real quick.
I saw it. It's.
Did you see it?
I think I drew something like that in 3rd grade. I don't know how he got away with. Was that the?
Oh, it's a collage. It's like
collage.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a collage of all his work. So I think it's like all his work, which again, I did collages in 3rd grade. But some of the other stuff that's out there, I mean, so much for starving artists. This guy has put some stuff together. He's no longer starving.
Yeah.
That piece of artwork. You wanted to throw that up? Did you show that?
What, NFTs?
Yeah, the NFT that the guy sold, Beeple.
No, I'll show it.
You have a copy of it?
Yeah, let me show. I do have a copy.
I saw the collage. It is.
It is what it is.
I would barely call it artwork, but it is someone's expression of something, and someone else wanted to pay a lot of money for it. So
right.
the value is always what somebody's willing to pay for it.
But yeah, I don't know if anybody can see it. I mean, am I sharing my screen?
There it is.
This is. I know.
That's the collage.
But that's every one of his, like you said, Tim.
That's his collection. So he took a snapshot of his collection and sold it for how much?
$69 million.
So now he's going to peel off each one of those pictures and sell them individually for whatever each one of them are going to go for.
And to Karen's point, what she's asking, what is an NFT? Well, there's a lot of use cases for it, Karen. I mean, they're called, like Tim said, a non-fungible token. And one way is for, think of like this, an art piece, or like when your mom had a expensive vase in your house, and it was a one of a kind. Like this, what we're showing you here, this collage, it's a one of a kind. I know, and I know I think you do marketing, and I know you do. So think of it as there's metadata behind this art piece, and it truly is like, if you ever see when these cars that come out, like a 1 of 25 Audi, it is a truly one of a kind art piece, and it's because of the metadata and the information behind it that no one can see. Another way is you've seen them guys that burnt that picture, that remember that thing, I don't know what it was, a very famous type painting, and the guys took a picture of it and then they burnt it. And that picture is now the NFT. That's the only copy of it.
Oh, right.
Right.
That was the one with the kid with the balloon.
Yeah. So now if somebody else came behind it and took a picture of the picture, it's still not that same definition. There's
only one original.
There's only one original, and you can do this on the blockchain. Again, you've heard us talk about what's capable of the blockchain. Another thing that you could do with NFTs, they could be your way of getting in, like to a pay-per-view show or a concert. They could be that could be the new Super Bowl tickets. There's a lot of ways to use it, because this ticket that you have ready to go into next year's Super Bowl is just this one of a kind thing where, I know we scan QR codes and, barcodes and things like that. This is a whole nother level of that, where this cannot be there's no forgery. You can't duplicate it, because these things are on the blockchain. It's the whole idea behind it. Right.
It's the contract behind it, saying it's the original. And that's like Cheryl here is mentioning the Mona Lisa. There is only one Mona Lisa. Everyone's seen the picture, but not everybody has gone to, is it in the Louvre?
Right.
Gone to Paris and seen the picture, and that's where it lives. It lives in the museum, but everyone knows what the Mona Lisa looks like.
Right.
Because there's copies all over the world. Right. And you can pull that up too, but that's not the original. And so that guy Beeple put his collection together, snapped a picture, and someone paid $69 million.
$69 million. Don't be a hater, Tim.
I'm laughing. I'm enjoying this. I'm like, I gotta put my kids to work doing finger painting again.
I already tried to tell my daughter she's got to do some kind of. She's a good artist. I was like, hey, we got to do some NFTs. You got to get to work.
Well, we're gonna sell our first one from Wednesday night's Whales Tank. The
That's
first
right.
whale tank ever. We have a great quote and a good picture, and it's a one of a kind, and that's gonna be our first NFT. We have to get that done.
Right.
So the whale tank NFT is on the way, so people start saving up.
Right. Well, even to Cheryl's point, what she's talking about with the Mona Lisa, how people would say, well, you know, people that don't know art or all that, how do you know? Well, there are brush strokes. You can tell if you're, you know, into that stuff, you know what the original is. Well, this is through technology. And
well, that's why, you know, well, Sotheby's and all that stuff, they have, you know, art curators who, you know, somebody goes, well, no, I have a Picasso. And they were like, you know, it would be if, you know, it didn't have this or that or whatever, you know, whoever that expert is. So someone verifies it, and then it goes on the block, and that stuff sells for hundreds of millions of dollars. This guy Beeple, who's how old is he? He's in his 30s, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, he's pretty young, man. But he's
been drawing, making digital art for his whole life, and you know, some of it is extremely creative. I love it, and you know, it is wild. But when you see that collage, which doesn't mean anything to me, but when you see the collage and somebody paid that much, it's just amazing. But the fact is, there's an original, and he's put it on the blockchain and sold it, and that's what the value is.
Right.
To own his whole collection in one spot.
Well, hey, I had to take another. I had to take another because you were making fun of NBC, and I did another one. So I just was hold on. I want to show you. It's they did it again because they're doing like you too. Just I know you're just messing, Tim, but they're making fun. Look, they said NFT becomes the most expensive. Or wait, where is it? This is it. Your guide and the wacky world of blockchain and crypto. Here's your NBC. You know, it's just funny. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, people don't get it, but it's the original. But I understand when it's a piece of artwork like that. What I don't kind of understand is when someone buys LeBron's dunk, because that sold for a lot of money, and it's just a digital, you know, it's supposed to be a one-of-a-kind digital, you know, rendering of him dunking a basketball in a game.
Yeah,
that one I don't understand.
Well,
I mean, I know there's sports fans that
well, that's what I'm saying. But what's the difference?
Cards.
Yeah, what's the difference of that in baseball cards? This is just a moving baseball card. You know, it's just next level. I mean, that's how I look at it. It's just a little time capsule, but they can kind of put a timestamp on it that it's a one of a kind. I know what you're saying. I get it, but
well, it's you know, if you have a sports card and you want to look at it and you're a big LeBron fan, that's great. If you want to rent out you know, you have a baseball card that they want to put in a movie, you know, if you have that Mickey Mantle card and they want to use it in a movie, you can rent it out for that, right?
Right.
But those NFTs that the NBA is putting out, you can't put it on TV again. You can't say you have it. You can't. There's a whole contract behind that which says what you can and can't do with it. And so, you know, when you own the Mickey Mantle baseball card, that's yours to do what you want with. You know, you got it, and a stick of gum.
Yeah, well, it is true.
But that's just a little bit of a crazy one that I see. I mean, artwork is art, and people like that, and you know, maybe LeBron's an artist to someone else, but when you see that and you can't use it to the same level, so when you have artwork that you want to show on your wall, or you want to trade with somebody else, and or whatever it is, you're free to do that. But when the NBA still has a lock on the back of your contract, that's that one to me is a little confusing.
Right.
Why would you spend so much if you can't rent it out? Like, you know.
I just saw a meme, and that was a $66,000 one. And it was a straight meme. I mean, we use them all the time. It was that Brian meme, the one that the kid has. Yeah, $66,000.
Yep. No, I mean, there's a ton of stuff. I'm gonna go back through all my tweets and stuff that I've ever made and see if anything's any good. But you know, who knows?
Yep.
I mean, I was just saying that my son's car broke down. I'm gonna have to sell a couple of pictures in the morning to pay the guy. I don't need 69 million, but I'll take you know.
Yep.